And in the news, an emotional outpouring. Loved ones gather to remember a teenager killed in a road rage attack.
Started as a simple drive home.
Took a beautiful young lady of 18 years of age in the prime of her life.
Nightmare that shocked an entire community. Bianca Robertson, a promising young woman with dreams of becoming an FBI agent, was tragically taken. Was it an accident or a deliberate act of violence? The truth is more chilling than you can imagine. Bianca's tragic end. On June 28, 2017, the small town of Pennsylvania was shaken by a tragic event that no one could have predicted. Bianca Robertson, a bright young woman with dreams of becoming an FBI forensic agent, was taken from her family in the most senseless way. What seemed like an ordinary day for Bianca turned into a nightmare. She had spent the day shopping with her mother and grandmother, preparing for her move to Florida to start her college journey. It was supposed to be an exciting time, full of new beginnings and dreams of a promising future. But as she drove home, something unimaginable happened. Bianca was involved in a fatal car crash that would change everything. Initially, authorities believed it was just an accident. Bianca's car had veered off the road, and she was found with severe injuries. But as the investigation began, the truth slowly came to light. This wasn't just a tragic accident. It was murder. Her family, unaware of what had happened, was left to process the unimaginable loss of their beloved Bianca. In the blink of an eye, a promising life full of hope was tragically cut short. This wasn't just a story of a young woman's life ending. It was the beginning of a quest for justice, as Bianca's family tried to make sense of the pain that had suddenly entered their lives. The day Bianca died, June 28, 2017, started like any other day for Bianca Robertson. After spending the day with her mother Michelle and her grandmother Josephine shopping for her upcoming move to Florida, Bianca was filled with excitement about her future. She had been accepted into Jacksonville University on a full merit scholarship and was ready to begin her journey towards becoming an FBI forensic agent. Bianca's dream was just within reach, but that afternoon, tragedy struck. After parting ways with her family, she got into her 2009 Chevy Malibu for what should have been a routine 10-minute drive home. Little did she know, this drive would be her last. Just moments after leaving the parking lot, Bianca's car veered off the road. Eyewitnesses immediately called 911, and first responders rushed to the scene. At first, it was believed to be a simple car accident. However, as the investigation unfolded, the shocking truth began to emerge. Bianca's death wasn't accidental at all. Her bright future was stolen from her in an instant, and her family was left reeling from the devastating news. What was supposed to be a moment of excitement and new beginnings turned into an unspeakable tragedy that no one could have foreseen. Murder or accident? At first, it seemed like a tragic accident. Bianca Robertson had been driving home, just a few minutes from her family's shopping trip, when her car veered off the road. Emergency responders arrived quickly, and Bianca was found with severe head injuries. The initial assumption was that she had lost control of her vehicle, resulting in a crash. But as investigators began to piece together the evidence, things started to take a darker turn. Eyewitnesses who had witnessed the accident began describing something that didn't fit the typical narrative of a car crash. They reported seeing a red pickup truck driving alongside Bianca's car just moments before it left the road. The two vehicles appeared to be in a confrontation, jockeying for position as the road narrowed. What shocked everyone was that the red pickup truck didn't stop. Instead, the driver fled the scene, leaving Bianca to die alone on the side of the road. The idea that this could have been more than just a tragic accident became clear as investigators discovered a more sinister truth. Bianca's death was no accident. It was a crime, and the search for the person responsible was about to begin. Unraveling the mystery. As investigators dug deeper into the circumstances surrounding Bianca Robertson's death, it became clear that this was no ordinary crash. Eyewitness accounts of the red pickup truck which had been seen in the moments leading up to the crash, sparked a new line of investigation. The truck had been seen aggressively driving alongside Bianca's car, as if trying to force its way ahead. The most disturbing part of this witness testimony was the claim that the truck had collided with Bianca's vehicle, sending her off the road. But the driver of the truck did not stop to help. They fled the scene, leaving Bianca to die. The police now had a crucial lead: a red pickup truck, possibly a Ford, involved in a confrontation that led to a tragic and deliberate act of violence. With limited information, the police began canvassing the area for any additional footage from nearby cameras or witnesses who might have seen the truck before or after the incident. They collected surveillance footage from local stores, including Walmart, where Bianca had spent the day shopping with her family. Although the footage was grainy, it provided a glimpse of the truck, which was now a key piece in solving the case. The search for answers intensified as authorities turned to the community for help, hoping that someone might have seen something important that could lead them to the driver. Bianca's family, still reeling from the shock of her death, desperately hoped that justice would soon be served. The hunt for the truth was only beginning, and the pressure was mounting to find the person responsible for taking Bianca's life. David Desper's confession. The search for the driver of the red pickup truck continued for days, but it wasn't until a breakthrough came that the investigation moved forward. A woman who had been driving along the same route as Bianca that day came forward with crucial information. She recalled seeing the red pickup truck shortly after the crash, which led the authorities to narrow their search and begin reviewing more surveillance footage. After days of investigation, a shocking turn of events occurred. David Desper, the man behind the wheel of the red pickup truck, reached out through his lawyer and admitted to being involved in the incident. He confessed that he had been in a confrontation with Bianca on the road. In a fit of rage during their altercation, Desper pulled out a gun and shot Bianca in the head, ending her life in a moment of unprovoked violence. Desper fled the scene immediately after, showing no remorse for what he had done. His confession provided the authorities with the evidence they needed to link him to Bianca's death. The police found the murder weapon at his residence, further solidifying his involvement in the crime. David Desper was arrested and charged with the murder of Bianca Robertson. The family, still grappling with the loss of their daughter, could now begin the painful process of seeking justice for Bianca's life that was senselessly taken. The true motive behind Desper's actions was still unclear, but the case was now moving toward trial. The search for justice was one step closer to completion. A family's grief. Bianca Robertson's tragic death left a profound impact on her family, friends, and the entire community. As they struggled to come to terms with the brutal loss, her family was forced to navigate a world without the young woman who had so much potential. Bianca's dreams of becoming an FBI forensic agent, her passion for justice, and her kind heart were all suddenly gone. Her parents, Michelle and Rodney, spoke out in court during David Desper's trial, sharing the immense pain they felt. Michelle, overcome with grief, described the emotional toll of losing her second child. "I don't even know who I am right now. I am just existing," she said, her voice breaking. Rodney's words, filled with sorrow, echoed the same loss. "All I have left of Bianca is my memories," he shared. Their heartbreaking testimonies reflected the unimaginable pain of losing a child, a bright future, and a loving daughter. As the trial came to a close and David Desper was sentenced to 40 years in prison, Bianca's family was left to carry the weight of their loss. Justice, while important, could never bring Bianca back or heal the emotional wounds caused by her death. Though the legal battle had ended, the grieving process for her family was far from over. Bianca's story serves as a reminder that while justice may be served, the pain of losing a loved one to senseless violence lingers. Her family will continue to grieve, but they hold onto the memories of the beautiful, ambitious, and caring young woman Bianca was. She may be gone, but her legacy will live on in their hearts forever. Bianca's story is just one of many haunting mysteries we've uncovered. Don't miss our next video. A missing backpack uncovered a decade-old secret. A shocking revelation that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Hit that subscribe button now.